The following is based on a true feeling.
It's pretty nice, right? There's a great...
Just give me one more minute.
And that's what it feels like when there's a Century 21 agent in the house. Smarter, bolder, faster, and ranked highest overall satisfaction for first-time and repeat homebuyers and sellers by J.D. Power.
Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Over 50, episode 8. This is a spur of the moment kind of thing. I just found the perfect partner to do this episode. He was here at the academy and I grabbed him. He said, yes, let's do it. Very special member of the family, Ed O'Neill, please. Yeah! I am so happy I saw you. And as always, he is like a real spirit. He's a real trooper. He's always excited to share his knowledge about Jiu-Jitsu.
And just a couple of years past 50.
Yes, he just passed 50 just like me. And he's been a member of the family now for 20 plus years.
Yeah, I'm going to be 70 in April.
70 in April.
70 in April. April 4th.
So he got me beat by almost 20 years. And he's still on the mat. Ed O'Neill and I were one of the first chosen black belts of the Gracie family in 2007. Amazing experience for me and also for you, I believe.
Yeah, surprise to me.
Yes, for me it was just an honor for both of us to be one of the first black belts ever given out by Horion here on a hair. Amazing. So,
we started out down in Carson.
Yes, on Carson Street at the old academy.
Yeah.
Now he was actually already here when I started. He's already.
That's right. That's right. I was.
Yes. Unfortunately, with his busy schedule, he probably didn't quite train as much.
Once a week, twice a week if I was lucky.
But he gets it from the real source. Privates with Horion every week. That's right.
And did you ever have any privates with him?
I never had a private, but I did roll with him. Yes.
Yeah, I had a dozen.
Yes.
Amazing.
So tell us a little bit about how you keep yourself fit, and when you do roll with Horion or when you guys spar, how does it go down and how do you protect yourself from injuries and how do you keep yourself in shape?
Well, most of the time I roll with Horion in this room, and Tuesdays, 10:30 is our day, and we just sit like this, we chat a bit, we do some little stretching, and then we start very light. And we just sort of slowly work into, we'll take a position, like I'll put, I'll start out, I'll have him in my guard or vice versa. And then we just go nice and easy, warm up, so, we're just not cold. And then we usually, train for about 45 minutes with little breaks in between and, with some instruction along the way when I mess up and he's, easy on me, and so everything works out pretty good.
Great. So 20 years plus, any injuries, any major injuries, any?
Well, I came into it with injuries from football. I had bad knees. Like right now, for example, I was laughing telling the guys today, I said my back was bothering me, compressed discs from football. Shoulder was bothering me 2 weeks before that. Shoulder's feeling better now. Now it's my knee. So it's always something now. But I still try to do like calisthenics. I don't do the weights anymore. It's too hard on the joints. So I sometimes do a rowing machine. I have an arc, they call it an arc machine. It's almost like what's the machine?
The elliptical?
It's like an elliptical, but it's slightly different. And I sprint on that. I'll do some warm up, and then I'll do a series of 8 sprints twice a week on that. I do like a Turkish get-up exercise, just lightweight, 26 pounds of kettlebell. And I ride my bike. I have a bike. Not a racing bike, just like a get-arounder. And I have a little route that takes me about 30 minutes in Santa Monica. And I do that on most days. And that's it.
I remember 15 years ago when he had one of the privates at the old academy. Horion called me into the private room and said, Guido, put Ed in your guard, please. And I said, okay. I was really happy, really excited. and I remember Ed choked me out while he was passing my guard.
Oh, that's Horian's favorite move. That you only get a guy in that once.
You want to show that one?
I'll show it. We'll go very slow.
Okay, here we go.
You'll catch a lot of guys in this. Although I pass on my knees, most guys don't do that anymore.
Right.
Okay,
We're old school.
So what you want to do when you find yourself in the guy's guard, usually in Jiu Jitsu, he's going to put a hand in your collar. As soon as he does, you want your hand here, nice and relaxed, but just to stop, keep the elbow tight to the hip. Okay? And then when you want to decide to pass, I step out, and with a good base, find a crack in the knee, down under, and then sometimes I hold here. I try to keep my elbow very close so he can't get out and get a triangle. From here, I feed the cloth deep. I bring this up and I stack. Now they think I'm going to pass here, but I'm going to grab the gi here and pull tight and choke.
Just like you did it to me 15 years ago.
And that's a clever move. But part of the key is when you stack a guy, you don't want to put them on their shoulders. You want to stack them on their neck. Because a guy very flexible can put his legs behind his head, it won't bother him. But if you get him on his neck, and that's done, usually you can heel toe. And like a jack.
Show that from the side with me in your guard. Actually, this side right here, right?
Yeah.
You have this leg up, right?
So this is up. I come through here, right? Now when I get this,
Actually, it's
can you
this
go on this side?
Yeah,
Go over here.
come over here, Flo, please.
So now, from here, I want to stack him this way, up on the neck. It's very uncomfortable, and I want to base out, so I have a good base. And that's when you can grab this.
That's so good. So anyhow, that was Ed O'Neill's bonus tip for today. I have my bonus tip for today. We wanted to talk about the principle of escaping the side mount. And again, Ed and I are old school, so even though back in the days we were a little rougher with each other.
Oh yeah, a bit younger.
The keeping it playful wasn't quite in the picture.
Right.
But like,
He's choked me many times, by the way. He's being modest.
I don't even remember any of that. So let's have you on your back, please. So basically we talked about if somebody has a really solid side mount and it's really heavy.
Yes.
And all they do is just control. They're really just not moving. So basically, Ed, what would you do right here?
Well, my thing, because I'm old, basically I kind of wait. I like to wait. Because from here, if he's just holding me down, to get out of this for me is going to take too much energy. And even if I get out, I might be tired. But there are certain situations where you have to get out. If you're in a fight, you see his friends are coming out of the bar, and you have to get up, you have to make a move. And that's where your move comes in.
Yes. So, moral of the story is, side mount is not as bad. Now,
Side mount doesn't hurt. Let me give you one more point that he told me. Lay down, please.
Okay.
This is the thing that Horian taught me. It's kind of cool. When you're side mounted on a guy, and it can be that control, it can be even this, right? When you want to make the guy feel uncomfortable, you basically want to put the weight on him, right? But if you do it right away, he's going to know you're doing it on purpose. And then when you do it on purpose and he knows it, he's going to say, you know what? I can deal with this. This is not going to last forever. But if you do it as if it's not on purpose, it's just the way you are, it can become psychologically very upsetting to the guy on the bottom. So it's kind of a thing where you just kind of settle in and just kind of hug him.
Yes.
And just keep this kind of pressure.
Yes.
And you hug him like you like him.
Yes, you love him.
And eventually, the good thought is, he'll make a move to get out and give you something.
Yes.
But let's show him your move.
Yes. So, very good. Number one, control. You want to be heavy, you want to be leechy.
Yes.
You want to be really tight, heavy, and there are certain things you can do to make your body heavier. And I believe I talked about that in one of my episodes before, body position, be really heavy. So here we go. So, principle of the matter is, if he's too tight, too heavy, don't go. But if you do have to go, I recommend we do this move right here. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to use my hand. I'm going to push off of his hip a little bit. And I'm going to make a bridge as it was a trap and roll bridge. Okay, so I'm going to push and I'm going to reach with this hand. And I'm going to bridge, boom, right here. So right now, if I really would have gone hard and strong, and I breathed Ed on that so I wouldn't punch his face,
He's talking about throwing this arm. You're really hitting the guy, pushing the head off, off to the side.
And that movement makes him base out over there. Now my arm comes up, my elbow comes out, I swim under, and we duck out and we take the back mount.
Yes.
So let's show that from the other perspective, from here. Over here, please. So it's the trap and roll movement, exactly the same. The only difference is I'm using this hand to push him away from me a little bit. If he's too top heavy this way, it's gonna be hard to do this move, to reach. So with this hand, I'm gonna make him move that way, and then the hand comes over, boom, very aggressively. Hand swims under, and we take it back. So.
And I have one other tip, because I'm only going to do this once. And you know this. When you catch a triangle on a guy, you don't want to squeeze with all your might right away. Why? Because if they withstand the first initial burst of strength, your legs are going to get tired and you're going to lessen the pressure and they're going to think, I'm out. And they'll be encouraged. But if you get the triangle, and you just slowly start to choke and just slowly increase it, the panic sets in. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Attack. You need every little psychological.
Yes. So how much longer are you going to do Jiu-Jitsu?
As long as I can.
Yes. So I'm hoping to be as fit as Ed is when I'm 70. And I hope to see you certainly on the mat until you're 95.
Thank you, Guido. I'll tell you what. I could be fitter, but I like red wine.
Yes, but it definitely could be a lot worse.
It could be worse, yes.
Yes. I appreciate your time.
It was my pleasure,
You're
my
a
friend.
trooper. Thank you.
Tell your father I said hello too.
Yes. All right. I will.
Bye-bye, guys. Enjoy the training. Relax, breathe, no hurry. Have fun with your partners. Don't try to hurt anybody. You'll last longer.